Okay, everybody, welcome back once again to the Wheel of Names. We're down to like the final 9 here. I didn't show the wheel in the last episode. That was my mistake. I should have showed it. I don't know why I didn't think to put it in. It was just really hot that day, and it is right now. Actually, it's like 80 degrees. So maybe my mind wasn't thinking it right because it was so hot. But we're back once again with the Wheel of Names, and we're going to go ahead and see what vehicle I land on next. The Yankee. I'll have to double check to make sure this is actually in GTA 4, not in the DLC. But if it is in GTA 4, I'm definitely going to review it. I don't even know who makes this truck. Well, it's just a Yankee. We'll just call it that for right now. Alright, sick. (1989) Vapid Yankee. Now here's a real truck. None of this pansy ass stuff like the steed or the mule. Oh no. This is the real deal. 1989 Vapid Yankee. This thing is basically the mule if it hit puberty. It's better in every way. Speed, acceleration, durability, you name it. I'm kinda surprised it didn't make a return to GTA 5, although technically it did, but not in name. You might have seen the, spiritual successor to the Yankee as the scrap truck or the tow truck in GTA 5. The Yankee is one of the few vehicles in GTA 4 to have been featured in more than one game previously. Its history stems all the way back to Grand Theft Auto 3, and back then, the Yankee was based on a Ford F700. Throughout all the 3D Universe games, the Yankee remained virtually unchanged until its return to GTA 4. The modern equivalent of the Yankee we have here today is based on a 1980s International S-Series and 1980s GMC Top Kick C7000 or Chevy Kodiak C70, depending on where you get it from or who you ask, I suppose. I'll be focusing more on the GM Chevy model for the knowledge section, as the information is more or less readily available than the International. For sake of the video, I'll refer to it as the Kodiak. The first generation Kodiak was manufactured in 1980 until 1989, and just like the S-Series, was also a medium-duty truck. According to the Wikipedia page, the only engine offered was a 10.4-liter or 636 cubic inch Caterpillar 3208 turbo diesel V8. However, according to some clips I've seen on the Kodiak, I think it could have also been offered with some gas-powered V8s as well as naturally aspirated diesel engines. Unfortunately, I can't get exact specs or numbers, as I'm assuming most of the info is pretty hard to find these days without digging through old forums, or perhaps it's lost to time. The Kodiak was also offered with a number of transmission options: a 5-speed manual, a 5-speed manual times 4-speed auxiliary, essentially making it a 20-speed, 10-speed manual, 13-speed manual, and a 4-speed and 5-speed automatic. Wow, the automatic really got left in the dust. Since the Kodiak was a medium-duty truck chassis, it could be used for almost any commercial application. Tow trucks, box trucks, tractors. I saw a lot of them being used as dump trucks on YouTube though for some reason. What about the Yankee? What's this beast have under the hood? Prepare to be disappointed. The engine model in game is a longitudinally mounted, double overhead cam, turbocharged inline 4. I kind of expected this, to be honest. Also, the hood was a pain to remove because it's one of those hoods that open backwards, so essentially I ripped the whole front end off. I'm sure Rockstar would have put some kind of V8 in this thing, but they also probably expected no one to ever look under here or really care. Now on to the handling, and this is where things get interesting. Sort of. Being a medium-duty truck, the Yankee is, as you expect, rather slow. The standard model that isn't in the base GTA 4 game is coupled to a 6-speed transmission. being such a heavy vehicle as well, you really have to fight with it to get it to turn around corners. However, the heavy weight does give it ideal advantage for ramming unsuspecting motorists. I was surprised, however, even with the top heavy nature of the vehicle, I didn't roll over once in my gameplay. Now let's talk about the different paint jobs. Being a commercial vehicle in GTA 4, you can expect to find many liveries advertising different in-game companies, including soda brands Sprunk and E-Cola, Redwood Cigarettes, Pisswasser, Liberty State Delivery, and Bingo. I also like how some of the trucks, as I mentioned earlier, have graffiti on them, as opposed to GTA 5. It really adds a more immersion to the game, and I really wish GTA 5 had the same thing. Now, you can obviously get a truck that's blank with graffiti, or have any of these liveries with graffiti on them. Some variants also include a refrigeration unit on the box itself, regardless of what the delivery is, because I definitely want refrigerated clothing. Now, y'all are probably wondering why I chose to play the Lost and Damned DLC for this particular review. Well, early on in the game there is a mission called Liberty City Choppers. Basically, it's still some bikes, but you use a unique version of the Yankee. It features a flatbed instead of a center box with some kind of thing to hold the bikes in place. It has various dents, dings, scratches, and faded paint. It also has something else. All-wheel drive. Coupled to a 5-speed gearbox instead of a 6-speed, this thing is pretty quick. At least in my gameplay. With a 15.5 mile per hour bump in top speed, making it go all the way up to 80 miles per hour, this thing can really scoot. Driving a Vapid Yankee as opposed to the standard model is like comparing a Honda Beat to a Yugo GV. This thing accelerates quick, handles fantastically, and you can pull off some halfway decent power slides if you do it correctly. I think the main reason why it's so quick is obviously to reduce weight, but also because it was specifically designed for that mission as well. 1989 Vapid Yankee. I didn't expect to have this much fun driving around a huge truck. Driving the flatbeds though was the most fun. It was a lot of fun throwing it around and seeing what I could do with it. I even saved it in one of the apartment's parking spots in Hove Beach. If you're looking for a collectible vehicle to save, kill Jim. Don't worry, you can always restart the mission. Keep the Yankee. This thing is too good to leave out. I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't even going to cover the flatbed originally until I found out it was like all-wheel drive and actually faster and better than the original Yankee. I just thought, oh, it's just a regular Yankee with a flatbed. I mean, that's cool. I'll just probably talk about it very briefly, but no, this thing is kind of fun because it handles better than you expect for a truck. So that's why I liked driving it and stuff. But yeah, I basically I ran over Jim and stored it outside of Nico's apartment in Hove Beach. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked the video, leave a like, and if you didn't like the video, then tell me how I can improve my content. Until next time, peace out, my dudes.